Hi, this is Ryan, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you my Bulletproof Sauce Formula. This is the one simple, easy to remember recipe that you're going to be able to use to make hundreds of sauces, dressings, marinades that will taste spectacular and will seriously elevate your vegan meals. So let's dive right in. Welcome to the channel. I'm Dr. Ryan Williams, your host and the creator of Growing Pure, where we make vegan cooking and health fast, simple, and mind-blowingly tasty. Now, before I get started, if you want a quick one-page summary of this entire video, you can click the link in the description below and you can get that entirely for free. So today I'm going to be sharing with you a really straightforward and very, very useful idea. So this is the one simple framework that I use all the time to make dressings, sauces, marinades, dips, and using this one framework you can make an endless number of different variations. So there's really no need to memorize loads of different recipes or get your cookbook out every time you want a sauce. If you remember this one intuitive idea, you're never going to run out of healthy, oil-free sauces that are going to work great on your plant-based meals. And I've got to give credit to Derek Simnett over at Simnett Nutrition here on YouTube. He first sort of gave me this idea and I've sort of ran with it and developed it a little bit further in my own kitchen. But credit to him, his YouTube channel is brilliant, definitely worth checking out. So with that said, let's get into it. Now, why is knowing about sauces and marinades and dressings so useful? Well, they really can be used in so many different ways to inject phenomenal flavor into whatever meal you're cooking. You can have a pretty bland, plain sort of meal. Maybe you've just got boiled rice, few plain vegetables, whatever it might be. You drizzle a sauce over there and all of a sudden it's delicious. If you use the Bulletproof Sauce Formula, you can create these marinades that are great for coating vegetables before they go into the oven or sauteing in a pan, and you're going to be able to get amazing flavor in there. So it's always worth having a sauce recipe in the back of your mind so that you can bring it out whenever you need to amp up your vegan meals. There are 4 core elements that we need for our sauces that we need to remember. The first one is something quite fatty. Now, this is going to give a really luscious, silky mouthfeel, which is great for a sauce. Now, there is an option to use oil here. I don't use oil because it's not giving us that great nutrition. I'd rather use a whole food. So good options for our fatty element would be things like avocado, nut or seed butters, or just plain nuts and seeds, and you might soften those with a little bit of boiled water. Cashews are great here. Any of those would work really well. Second element we want to remember. We want something sweet. So that little touch of sweetness on your tongue really adds quite a lot. You don't need a lot of sweetness, but a little bit adds so much. So the great options here are often fruit, and especially dried fruit. So you need a little bit, maybe some dates, raisins, dried cranberries, anything like that would be fantastic. You could also use something like maple syrup or agave syrup, a kind of liquid version. Third element we kind of need something a little bit salty. So our salty element could obviously be just regular salt. I tend to use low sodium salt, so that's an option. I think soy sauce is also great here, or miso paste. They're fantastic. If you don't want to use any salt at all, you could kind of use something like dried seaweed flakes in place. That would kind of work here as well. And then our fourth key element for a great sauce would be something acidic. We want a little bit of acid, something just a little tang and zing on our tongue really adds a lot. So there are kind of a couple of core things you want to be thinking of here. Citrus fruits, lemons, limes, oranges are great for that. And also vinegars. Any kind of vinegar will be really, really good here. You could also use something like mustard. Generally that has vinegar in it, so that can provide a bit of acidity. So these are our 4 core pillars, if you like, of this. Now, we need a bit of a foundation. What is going to carry all of these? And for this, we just need some liquid. So often your liquid is just going to be water, but you could also use plant-based milk or maybe even stock. So vegetable stock, that would also provide the salty element generally. Now, often this will be enough, but to really finish it off and take it to the next level, there's a final element we want to use. The roof of our little house would be herbs and spices. Herbs and spices add so much here. They're really, really powerful. So they could be sort of dried or powdered herbs, spices that you might get in a little jar, or you could use fresh herbs, fresh leaves. Things like basil, thyme, rosemary would all be great. You could also use kind of, I guess you might think of them as vegetables, but that are quite intensely flavored. So a little bit of garlic would be great, maybe half a garlic clove, or a few little bits of chili. Now this is all we need for our sauce. We want to combine all of these elements and literally just mix them together. That's all that we need to do. And you will have almost always a beautiful tasting sauce or marinade. Now you can adjust the consistency just by changing the amount of liquid that you use. If you use less, it's going to be a little bit thicker. You could use it more like a dip or a kind of thick marinade. You thin it out, it'll be more like a salad dressing that's more easily pourable. Now, depending on the particular ingredients you've chosen, you may be able to mix this together just in a bowl with a fork, something like that, and just manually stir it together. That can work great. Or if you've chosen more solid or hard to mix elements, it might just be best to do this in a blender or a smoothie maker, something like that, and just mechanically do it, and it'll be done in a few seconds. And then there's no need to cook this. This just works raw. You can cook it if you want, but it will work great raw. Now, you may not need every element for every sauce you make. Especially, you don't necessarily always need the herbs and spices. Often they add a lot, but you can kind of just get away with this, the bottom section of our kind of house. Now, the beauty of this Bulletproof Sauce Formula is that you don't need to kind of memorize specific quantities or a recipe. You are going to do this on the fly every time you make a sauce. You just need to remember that. Now, the exact quantities you will get with practice, but as a rough guide, I would probably start somewhere like this. For our liquid, I would start with around about half a cup, and then you will add more depending on how thick you want it to be. For our fatty element, let's say about quarter cup of that. The more fat you use, the more kind of thick and silky it's going to be. Now for our sweet, salt and acid elements, around about half a tablespoon to a tablespoon should be enough. And then for our herbs and spices, I think, if it's a dried herb or a spice, probably again about half a tablespoon. If it's fresh leaves, a handful, a bunch. But what you're going to do as you make your sauce is you're going to look at the consistency and taste it as you go along, okay? So you'll know whether you need more sweetness or salt or acidity just by tasting it and going, do I want it a little bit more, a little bit different? This is how great chefs operate in the kitchen. They taste their food and they adjust it and make it as good as they can before it goes out to customers, or in your case, before it goes out onto your kitchen table. So these are the quantities that I would tend to start with, but you're going to adjust this yourself as you taste and make the sauce. All right, now this formula may make more sense if I give you a few examples. All right, so let's say I want to do a mint and cashew sauce. My liquid, it's just going to be water. My fatty element is going to be cashew nuts. My sweet element, I'm going to use probably about half a date. My salty element, a little bit of miso paste, maybe half a tablespoon of miso paste. My acidic element, I'll use a little bit of lemon juice. And then my herbs and spices, I'll go with a bunch of fresh mint and perhaps half a clove of garlic as well. I think that would work great as a beautiful sauce, and I've made similar sauces to that in the past. All right, let's try another example. Let's say I want to do a sort of rosemary and chili sauce. That could be really nice. We're really leading with that strong, beautiful flavor of the herbs in these two examples. So here I might use plant-based milk, let's say oat milk. For our Fatty element, I'll go with a little bit of avocado, maybe half an avocado. For our sweet element, let's say a few dried cranberries. Well, they're going to use perhaps just some low sodium salt. And for our acidic element, let's go with some vinegar. I might use apple cider vinegar, so vin. And then the rosemary and chili is going to come at the top here. So you could use dried rosemary or fresh, whichever one works for you. And again with the chili, so I might use dried chili flakes. And as a final example, maybe I want to make a slightly thicker, more like a dip or a marinade version. So let's say I do a kind of peanut butter and clementine dip or tangerine. So again, I'll go with water as the carrier. I'm going to go with peanut butter as our fatty element. Let's add some sweetness with, a tablespoon, half a tablespoon of maple syrup, bit of saltiness from some soy sauce, and then our acidic element will come from the juice of a clementine or an orange, something like that. And in this instance, I think it probably wouldn't even need a herb and spice. You could put something in if you want to, but I think it will work great just like that. Now these are sauces that I've just made up using this formula. I've not made them yet, but in next week's video, I am going to make all 3 of these and you'll see how I actually do it in my own kitchen. So you can have an idea of some sauces that you know work and try it out for yourself. So there you have it. That is my bulletproof sauce formula. It's so helpful in the kitchen and I really hope you can use it and create amazing sauces, dressings, marinades for yourself. You only have to remember this one thing and you'll be able to make hundreds and hundreds of different sauces from it. So it's ideal for simplifying your kitchen and making things really fast. Make sure to join me for next week's video to see me make these 3 incredible sauces. And don't forget, as a free bonus for you, simply click the link in the description below and you can get a short PDF summary so you can print it out and use this bulletproof sauce formula in your own kitchen. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next video.